Hey, Joe Mastriano, CPA, and today might be Automated Collections Day with the IRS. Automated collections handles collection issues when you owe money. Sometimes they handle issues of not filing returns. They're the collection group that you deal with when you're not assigned a revenue officer. Those are the higher level people that call you personally and um, knock on your door sometimes, although lately with COVID, they haven't been doing that. They also can seize your property, they seize your bank accounts. Automated collections, a lower group, can send out bank levies. They sit behind computers and they can send out any letters they want to, but they're often not sophisticated enough to examine the whole account. What they do is they send out a letter regarding a particular issue, which is one of the reasons I tell people all the time, don't just blindly follow a letter. It's not from an IRS person who understands your particular situation. But when people do that and fail, they wind up calling Stephanie and having me help them with their case. Anyway, um, the scope of automated collections has been expanded. $100,000 cases, more than 100,000. So I've got a few ACS cases where people owe maybe 120, 140,000, and ACS is still handling the case, which means you've got to do financial statements to get a payment plan. Of course, there's another great misconception I'm thinking of where people think if they call up and the IRS says pay X number of dollars per month, then you can have that payment plan and you think everything is fine. And then 2 months later, your paycheck gets levied or your bank account gets levied. Why? Because there's five things that are important. One, the IRS must code each and every period that you owe, that period is part of the payment plan. Actually, that's all they need to do. If any periods are left out, like they're left out often in bankruptcies, then they can levy for that period. Then there's things you have to do. You've got to file your returns on time. Pretty standard. You can look up filing deadlines. Pay your taxes on time. People screw this up all the time. They paid it. That you've got to do estimated payments if there's not enough withholding. And there's still plenty of people, many tens of thousands of people who are wage earners that just simply assume that when they filled out their W 4 form and told the employer how many dependents they had, that the employer will take out the correct amount of tax. And if they don't, they think they have a claim against the employer. No, they do not. It's up to you. It's up to all of us, me, you, and everybody who must pay taxes. It's up to us to understand the amount of money that we're going to owe each year and the timing of it so that you don't get hit with tons of interest and penalties, especially my attorney clients who win cases, big cases, and don't pay their estimated tax on time. I've had some of these attorneys pay tens of thousands of dollars in interest and penalties because they're not watching that. And then you people who get year end bonuses, those taxes are due January 15th. So when you wait till March or April, you're already late. And unless you meet one of the exceptions to the penalties, you will be paying penalties on that as well. Probably won't be paying interest until after April 15th. Back to ACS collections and the kind of day. Um, there are about three, I believe, collection agencies the IRS hired to go after you as well. So there's the collection agencies, revenue offices, and automated collections. Automated collections, beside the fact they hardly ever pick up the phone timely, sometimes you wait a half hour or an hour if you don't know how to get through. I know how to get through a little quicker, but what happens is sometimes they'll hang up on you. One out of every five will hang up on you that I've discovered, sometimes two out of five, some weeks. And what happens is they have these ego issues. You ask them to do things and they're all confused and they don't know what to do. Reminded me when I was a overseas phone operator when I was in school, and we've had these switchboards, and you've got to fill out these tickets and stamp them, and then you got to find an open entry with a double prong cord, and you put it in the right place, and it can get very frustrating until you have the experience. So what they do is they just hang up on you. Or those, if they get real busy, they'll switch the call to another department. It's crazy. I don't know why people try to help themselves with IRS problems. Anyway, it's going to be a fun day today. Not knowing who I'm going to get, what their attitude is going to be, and of course, I have to be as nice and sweet as can be. And every now and then, I will get, maybe one out of four or five. I'll get someone who's really, really nice and helpful, and I could do like five cases in a row with them. Unless they're going to lunch, they're very, very protective of their lunch and break time. I don't blame them working for the government because their bosses will run over them and order them around anyway. So any, thing they can do for themselves, why not protect it? And I'm going to end this video. It's kind of long, but if you are concerned, and that's what happens. People are not concerned until they get in trouble a lot of times, but I think everybody should be concerned. And if you really, really want to know how to deal with the IRS, how to save interest and penalties, how to take large and big deductions and not be audited, all that good stuff that crooked competitors lie to you about, but there is a real way to do most of it, not all of it. Call Stephanie 713-774-4467 and set up a consultation, and I will educate you. I will take the worry away, whatever you want. But I do want to warn you, I will tell you the truth. I will not sweet talk you and brush over stuff because of your feelings or because I'm hungry for the money. Mm-mm. I'm going to tell you the truth. I'm going to tell you my opinion. And if you don't hire me, that's okay because I don't want you to hire me for the wrong reason. Thank you. 713-774-4467. My website is taxproblem.org. Thank you. Or just Google Killer IRS CPA. That's my official US trademark, Killer IRS. Thank you.